Cops wanna kill me cause I'm black. Ops wanna drill me cause I'm black. Can't get no job cause I'm black. She wanna fuck me cause I'm black. Her dad don't like me cause I'm black. But she Hispanic, so she black. Ain't got no time for none of that. Bitch, I'm a Jude, so I'm black. Cops wanna kill me cause I'm black. Ops wanna drill me cause I'm black. Can't get no job cause I'm black. She wanna fuck me cause I'm black. Her dad don't like me cause I'm black. But she Hispanic, so she black. Ain't got no time for none of that. Bitch, I'm a Jude, so I'm black. I can't fight the cops and the ops. Toting blocks, heavy on the block. While the crack tucked in the sock. Instead help the ones I love. We was on the block for the grub. If you from my side, then it's love. Wanted big nuts, busting out the jeans, but we was hurting all the fiends. Without that crack, you was just like me. Dirty nigga from the concrete, but the white man dealt the sand. So we eating up the trash can, people ride by, don't extend a hand, cause to them, this the average black man, so for him, that's why I gotta make it. I ain't talking rap before the slave ships, I'm one of a kind, y'all can't take it, I can never leave my spot vacant, cause I'm black, I see crowns and I take it, cause I'm black, I've never been in no spaceship, but I know a UFO when I see it, I know that it's gonna come when I need it, I put faith in God, more than Bible reading, cause I don't play that shit, address them when you see him. Cops wanna kill me cause I'm black, ops wanna drill me cause I'm black, can't get no job cause I'm black, she wanna fight me cause I'm black, my dad don't like me cause I'm black, but she Hispanic, so she black, ain't got no time for none of that. Bitch, I'm a Jude, so I'm black. Cops wanna kill me cause I'm black. Ops wanna drill me cause I'm black. Can't get no job cause I'm black. She wanna fuck me cause I'm black. My dad don't like me cause I'm black. But she Hispanic, so she black. Ain't got no time for none of that. Bitch, I'm a Jude, so I'm black. Learn to flip pennies cause I'm black. Know about semis cause I'm black. Yeah, in the hood, we was strapped 10 toes down. We wear sacks. Substitute Israelite with black.
Y'all invite you out to the Midwest Fire Weekend. All right, 1, 2, 3, 5, 5, grab your letter. Make sure you come out. All right, it's going down August 1st all the way to the 4th. You understand? Tons of fun, tons of food, tons of everything, man. Something you don't want to miss. Midwest Fire Weekend, Detroit, Michigan. Shalom. This is going down for the Midwest Fire Weekend. Midwest Fire Weekend is going down.
Stand both sides of Christ. Come, sir. We're going to read the anointing prayer. What y'all getting ready to hear is us speaking in our true language. You didn't think black people were capable of learning anything outside of what the slave master taught us. But we have learned under commanding General YAHANNA and the I.S.U.P.K. how to take back our own culture. So now we're going to read the prayer in the Hebrew. You understand? Our true language. You understand?
So we're going to do it just here alone, right? They're going to repeat and then, we'll follow through. Yabaraka Yahweh.
Yabaraka Yahweh.
Wayashamarka.
Wayashamarka.
Ya'ar Yahweh. Hanyawa. Ayaka. Wayahanka. Yasa Yahweh. Hanyawa. Ayaka. Wayasamlaka. Salam. Yahweh. Ma'ashan. Yahweh. Barak. Rapa. Magan. Hagan. Barak. Ba'ashem Yahushai. Bawala Amon. That's right. And what we said was Yahweh, bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh, make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh, lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, bless, heal, shield, protect. All right, get that, brother. Give him a hand again. You understand? And this is how it is. Black and Latinos, you can be somebody better. Don't let America tell you that you're just a black man, that you're just a Latino. No, you can be somebody better. And we got the recipe. Here's the result. Listen, once upon a time, we was on your side. And just like this brother also was on your side, but here he is today, a better brother, knowing how to be a brother, know the spirit of brotherhood, and guess what? Teaches brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pass the mic, right?
Yeah, power preacher cap in the hand. The water too, sir. You understand? Your rocks, where you at, mighty man? You understand? That's what the Lord says. You good.
Welcome to the Book of Dan. Yeah. Hope you enjoy yourself. You are now listening to greatness. Just sit back and enjoy yourself. As I get the people what they want. I know exactly what they want. I know exactly what they want. Just be patient. My name is my name, power and glory, I never change. Stand on loyalty, remain the same. Say what you mean, speak on my name, you go to war with me. We move the same, you think that it's for me. Running the game, kicking the door with me. All through the pain, the snow, the rain, the ups and downs. My name did more for me, y'all keep the fame. I want the glory, been that nigga, bitches never ignored me. Rich in spirit, little bitch can't afford me. They want static, fix it with a 4G, red beam on it. You think I'm recording, kicking front doors, you try to backdoor me. We are not a gang, bitch, we an army. Book the den, you know I don't tell stories. Keep it 100 in enlightenment. You niggas fake baby K name Adonis. Mini Drake, clip curl, but somehow I can shoot it straight. Insta clip, I can shoot for a minute straight. Turn this to the Super Bowl if I need to. I can hit the chief up with an eagle.
Israel. Even when Moses came to get the children of Israel, right? Came to get the children of Israel, he still had to tell them, God is going to build you a place flowing with milk and honey. And they had to fight their own soul to have enough faith to get there. And many of us died. Many of us died in our lack of faith, our lack of, right or wrong. Many of us died never half holding on with enough strength to the Father to say, I'm committed and I'm not turning back. But the ones that did, they went into the kingdom of heaven. They watched miracles happen. They watched the nation be born out the ground where it was impossible to do. The terror, when you read them scriptures, man, and you read the terror that was on those Israelites when that Egyptian army came down after them, that Egyptian, and they do just what people do. They do just what people do. The minute that Egyptian army came down on them, he turned their back on them.
Man, what's up, man? We doing this tonight. U.P.K. One West every day, #1 in the world.
Tawab Camp,
Most High in Christ.
We had the first, what we call it, what's Korean? Yeah, we had the first Korean. Boot kiss.
Kissing me boots.
Yeah, man. 2 sticks.
Did you see the picture of the boot kiss? The 2 sticks boot kiss. Two sticks.
Big ups to Commander Junior YAHANNA, man. You know, brother, you've been patient, but you've been more so eager. You've been an eager brother in here, diligent as possible, man. You have shown your character by your diligence. And Commander Junior YAHANNA was to give you the opportunity to join this brotherhood, to serve Christ. Don't let Commander Junior YAHANNA down. Once you do this is a blood oath. This is for life. You know, brothers come and go, but the brothers that stay, they are like you, diligent. They're going to earn the kingdom, man. And it's not going to be easy. It's going to get tough. So I'm giving you a chance now to, make a choice today. Do you want to do this? You can say la, you can say no. But if you do, then you'll be welcome and you'll be embraced into this brotherhood, man. You want to do this? Most High in Christ. Let's go, man. So from now on, you will no longer be known as whatever that man was, because you prove yourself. You've been here, you've been coming in here, you've been doing your due diligence. Therefore, your name means that, diligent. Your name means diligence, and that's what you've been. You've been a diligent brother, man. You've been exceptional in that. I noticed that. You check in, you communicate, you're here, you follow orders. And that's what we need. So when you come in here, brother, just like you was when you was coming and being a young man, now you gotta step it up. There's gonna be more work required. Are you willing to put in that work? let's get it there. So from now on, let me see where the prayer is at. So from now on, you will no longer be known as that brother you was known in the world. From now on, you will be known as Karawatasa. That is your name, which means diligence. All right, Karawatasa is your new name. No longer will you be known as that individual you was known. We won't even call you that. From now on, your name will be Karawatasa. All right. So when I do these prayers at the end, I'm going to say your name. You repeat it right after. All right? Karawatasa.
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 Karawatasa. All right? Most High in Christ, man. So let's go ahead and say the prayers. All right? Yahweh Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Waya Shamarka. Yah Yahweh. Pan Yahweh. Al-Yuka. Waya Kanka. Yasha'ah, Yahweh, Panyawa, Al-Yuka, Wayashmana, Salaki, Wayashalamka, Shalom, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Barak, Rabbah, Magan, Hagan, Karawatazah. Hold on, I see it. Karawatazah. Karawatazah. Y'all say it too. Karawatazah. Most High in Christ, man. So, but Hashem Yahushai, the water Almighty. So what we just said was in English, Yahweh, bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, bless, heal, shield, and protect. So Most High in Christ, man.
That record, I didn't give a damn what happened. Niggas try to trample on my record. My record is stellar, nigga. My record is stellar. Never back down off my duty in this work of the Lord. I love it. I'm gonna eat, sleep, and drink and breathe it to the last day I'm on this earth. I dare anybody try to come up against it with a lie and some game and some BS, especially them purple niggas, man. You know what I mean? You're going to come and lie and then throw away. Wait a minute. How you going to say we a refurbished Israelite and you threw away the Hebrew?
Right.
You threw away the Lord's name.
Right.
You threw away the garments. You don't see no purple motherfuckers dressed back then. Excuse my French. You threw away the garments on top of that and you put a nigga over you that didn't even fulfill the rank system. That was a cop. Undercover. You telling me that was straight up pedigree? Come on, man. Who teaches you matters? Who your spiritual fathers are matters. Because the Lord will honor it. He wouldn't even honor Christ's pedigree if he had not come from Joseph.
Right.
He would not honor it. You become an officer in the U.P.K, man, you in the house of the Lord. That's Levi over there to the right. That you become a prophet of the Lord, man, under the right order.
Hey, Shalom on Christ. My Hebrew name is Ra'alban. It means behold a son. You know what I'm saying? My father came into the truth about 4 or 5 years ago. Came into the truth, you know, with my 3 older brothers. My oldest, my second oldest, and then my first. I was the first son that came into the truth. You know what I'm saying? I'm not my father's first physical son, but I'm my father's first spiritual son. You know what I'm saying? Ra'alban, behold the son. Yabashim Shadakah.
Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone west. Everyone west.
Get ready for an unforgettable experience at the Midwest Fire Weekend from August the 1st to the 4th. Join us as we bring together all Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians under one banner for 4 days of powerful brotherhood and sisterhood.
I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like a Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived, they don't know how I did it. Got it
Day 1 kicks off with the Round Table with Truth podcast featuring Captain of 13,000 Mauaquai. Also, we will be having a breakfast and sip event at 12355 Gratiot Avenue, Detroit, Michigan. Then, we will be having scripture breakdown with none other than 12 Shield General Muhammad from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Then later, we will be having game night. On August the 2nd, we will be having a street teaching and a food and clothing giveaway at the Detroit Transit Center from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Then you can join 13 Shield Commanding General YAHANNA for a powerful discussion. Are demons real and are they among us? From 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. After that, we will be having late night activities at our bar on 21530 Gratiot Avenue. On August the 3rd, we will be visiting the Charles H. Wright Museum from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. And join us at the Action Impact Gun Range from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. We're having an album release party at Flood Bar and Grill for none other than Captain of 13,000 of Clyde Operatic. Then, last but not least, we will be having the 7th annual Midwest Barbecue at Chandler Park from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. This is not like any other barbecue you ever been to. Bring your children, bring your family and friends. It's free food, and it's a safe environment.
If only know that, what is it?
Also, get you a room at our hotel for special rates. Book now for a comfortable stay close to all of the action.
Purchase your tracks today.
Support the Midwest Fire Weekend by donating to our GoFundMe. Visit the GoFundMe link in the description or scan the QR code to make a difference.
Boston, it made niggas regroup. Had to shed light on the false image. I.S.U.P.K whole court. Now who the fuck won scrimmage to?
We're getting ready to have a Midwest Fire Weekend.
The I.S.U.P.K Chicago coming at you once again to let you know about the Midwest Fire Weekend.
Came to speak to you about some events we're having in Detroit, Michigan. Fire Weekend, Thursday, August 1st to Sunday, August 4th.
Inviting all single Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians to our Midwest Fire Weekend.
And you know what it is. It's that time of the year again. It's the Midwest Fire Weekend, hosted by Captain 13,000 Mauaquai, August 1st through the 4th.
Real I.S.U.P.K Kentucky here to invite every so-called Black, Hispanic, and North American Indian to the Midwest Fire Weekend, Detroit, Michigan, August 1st through the 4th.
Tune into the Midwest Fire Weekend from August 1st to the 4th.
Don't miss out on this incredible event. Join us for the Midwest Fire Weekend from August the 1st to the 4th. Visit www.isupk.com or scan the QR code for more information.
I don't know you. I'm not letting nobody sell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. And it's worth something.
This is Black Watch with Commanding General YAHANNA, the only man to lead Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
God made man on this earth. The white man, he made man. God made man. God
bringing you real news.
You don't need a black man in the White House. You need a black man in every black house.
For many years, there's a lot of black people who didn't realize how deep the racism of white America was.
You ain't gonna do nothing unless you decide where you gonna stand at with the Most High.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Righteous solutions to issues plaguing our nation.
Boy, you better wake up and see the power that is within blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians.
Join us every Monday from 9 to 11 p.m. Black Watch. Let the show begin.
This is 12 Shield General Hazayan holding down for Commander YAHANNA. He'll be here shortly. You know what I mean? To break it down for you. You know what I mean? Get down to, all the topics going on. You know what I mean? Most High in Christ. Being here live in the studio, I got Officer Mariah, Officer Died, Captain Kai just stepped in the building. You know what I mean? Officer Badaya, Trooping the Bob. What's going on, Israel? We're going to get it in tonight, baby. You know what I mean? Let's start with our topic. What you got, man? You died, let's go.
Colonel Wakan, sir. Black woman killed by Illinois deputy hid behind cabinets and apologized after deputies threatened to shoot her in the face over pots of hot water, documents show.
Let me tell y'all something, man. Y'all gonna understand something, man. Y'all gonna understand it's better to be with the Lord, man, than to be with anything else, man. You understand me, man? It's better to be on the side of the Most High in Christ than anything else, man. This is rough here, brother. This story that he died, when he died, told me this story, man. I'm trying to figure out, did she try to throw the hot water on him? Like, what happened? You know what I mean? And you're going to see, you know what I mean, the hatred they got in their heart for us, man. You understand? And this is ridiculous here, man. You know what I mean? I especially don't like these stories because I did this job for like about 8-9 years on these streets, you know what I mean? And I know about, responding to calls and different things because I lived it. And I see some things that is so egregious, it's killing me. How they let these people do these things and keep their jobs and just, get away with all kind of things they get away with, man. And how can you even think about doing it? When you put a badge on your chest, you pledge to do what's right. You take an oath to be what's right. You take an oath to stand strong and do the right thing no matter what. And to see men do things wrong and just, put a crawl up my back. You know what I mean? For what I see. This story here, this is a rough one here, Israel. This one here, this is a rough one here. You got it, you dying? Come on, baby.
Colonel Wakan, sir. A sheriff's deputy who has been indicted for killing an Illinois black woman shot her in the face over a pot of hot water.
Whew. Wait till he read the story, y'all. Like, okay, the pot of hot water, you think, okay, maybe she's trying to throw it at him. Like, maybe she's trying to throw them hot water on him. Nah, you're going to find out that's not the case. That's not the case. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Colonel Wakan, it says, Officer Grayson and his partner were dispatched to Massey's home in Springfield after she called 911 to report a prowler sometime after midnight, according to court and police documents. The deputies found a car that had been broken into, but nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
Then they entered Miss Massey's home to have further discussions with her. According to the report from the state police, this is where things went left and the dispute with Grayson over the pot occurred.
Hold on. They get called on a call of a prowler. They get on scene. No prowler is found. Right? You go inside and you talk to the complainant. That sister was the complainant, right? She the complainant. You go inside and talk to her, right? And this is what happened. Now, mind you, there is no more threat in the house. The threat gone. No prowler, no nothing. So the threat is not there no more. You know what I mean? You just talk to the lady who called, right? Come on.
Colonel Wakan, sir. Colonel Wakan. Grayson asked Massey about something. It says they entered Massey's home to have further discussions with her. And according to the report, this is where things went left.
Mm-hmm.
Grayson asked Massey about something that was on the stove, and she walked over to it and turned the burner off, retrieved the pot, and put it in her sink. She then turned on the faucet, the memo states. The memo continued summarizing the night's event, noting Massey then asked the deputies what they were doing. Massey, Grayson replied, getting away from your hot steaming water, according to the memo. Massey replied by saying, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus to Officer Grayson. Officer Grayson responded, I swear to God, I will shoot you in your effing face.
See that? You know, I'm gonna pause you right there. Like, this Christianity is killing me, man. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And his response is, I'm gonna shoot you in the effing face. Like, are you kidding me? The pot of water was already in the sink, and she already poured cold water in the sink too. Ain't that what it said? So ain't no more threat. If he thought the hot water was gonna be a threat, what the hell are you talking about?
Right.
Like, it ain't no more need to, like, even if you thought about, okay, well, maybe she might be a little cuckoo, and I'm gonna throw the hot water on, she might throw the hot water on us, the hot water out the game. She took the hot water, put it in the sink, and ran cold water over it. So it ain't no more hot. Water cool, if anything.
God.
So why he now talking about he gonna shoot her in the face? Let me tell y'all something, man. Everybody thank the Lord for the I.S.U.P.K, man.
Right.
You understand? Because the I.S.U.P.K gonna tell you, according to the scriptures, who's who. You understand? It's gonna tell you who's who. You know what I mean? The grand scheme of things. Go ahead, just keep on reading. And then when we done, somebody give me Genesis, the 25th chapter about Esau and Jacob. Come on.
Khan, sir. Grayson then drew his gun and pointed it at Massey, demanding that she drop the pot. She did before kneeling behind some cabinets to take cover, the memo states. It also says Massey threw her hands in the air and said, I'm sorry. Unsatisfied with the response, Grayson continued yelling at her to drop the pot, even though she had already done so, and walked towards her, closing the distance between them. And Massey is said to have stood up from where she was hiding, grabbed the pot, and tossed the water out. Then this is when
hold on. Did she toss the water at him?
Lies, sir.
She tossed the water where?
Out.
Okay. So you telling me by her tossing the water out, he was not under no threat? Right. Come on.
Khan, this is when Grayson shot her 3 times, with one of the bullets striking her in the face. As his partner went to give Massey medical attention, Grayson told him not to bother due to how severe her injuries were.
You see that, man? Like, you got to understand who you dealing with, man. The monsters who you dealing with. This here was a travesty. You understand? But the problem is, Israel, you don't know who your enemies are, man. Give me the book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, where it says the countenance of them going to show. Is it 46 or somewhere around there? Yeah, they have no regard for the old or the young.
I have it, sir.
You know what I mean? Give me that one, and then give me the one where we talk about it in Genesis about Esau and Jacob. You understand me? Go ahead. Come on.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
You're going to serve your enemies, man. Verse 15 says, if you don't do, matter of fact, before you go to 15, brother.
Go
to Deuteronomy 28 and 15. Because the book of Deuteronomy is Moses talking to the children of Israel. In Deuteronomy 28, he's telling you, if you do right by the Lord, these things going to happen to you good. If you do wrong by the Lord, these things going to happen to you. You understand? And right now, we're going to read about them curses the Lord put over us for our disobedience and the people he put over us. Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come up upon thee.
So if you're not going to do what the Lord say do and be hard-headed, these things are going to happen to you. Go to the curse. Go to the one I asked you about.
Verse 46. So like verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things.
Go to the one where it says their countenance. I think what verse 50. Go to verse 50, brother.
Verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance.
Of what?
Of fierce countenance.
This is what that sister encountered that night right there, man. A fierce person. A fierce, I mean, his spirit was fierce, man. You know what I mean? He came in with one mission, one objective. You understand? And you got to understand something, man. I live this life, right? You get certain calls, your adrenaline get running. You be hyped. You know what I mean? And you're looking for an outlet. And then, Yahweh Shema Shah Rakatah. Clap it up. Yeah, y'all, we got Commander Junior Hanna in the house right now. You know what I mean? Shalom, sir. Shalom, sir. Just going over this story, sir, about this sister. She called 911 because she thought somebody was in an intruder. You know what I mean? Prowling around. Cop came in there and end up unaliving her by shooting her in the face over a pot of hot water that she did not even attempt to throw at him. And then, sir, he told his partner, don't render no aid.
He shot him?
After he shot him in the face, told his partner, listen, man, don't render no aid. She's too far gone. Leave her alone. Yeah. That's where we at right now, sir.
Hey.
Come on.
Are they charging him?
Yeah. He getting charges. He getting charges, sir. He getting charges. Wait, give some more of the story, brother.
Connor Wakan, sir. Connor Wakan. It says the other deputy retrieved his medical kit and rendered aid to Massey anyway, staying with her until help arrived. Grayson did nothing to try and help Massey, who was later rushed to a nearby St. John's Hospital where she was pronounced dead. After the investigation was completed, Grayson was fired from the department and indicted on 5 charges, including 3 counts of first-degree murder, aggravated battery with a firearm, and official misconduct.
That official misconduct is because of what he did. Like he went against all the department protocols. Let me tell y'all this here, man. Every police department got protocols, right, on how you deal with situations. And he went against every last one of them. Even the fact he pulled his firearm the way he did, there was no threat. You know what I mean? Like, there's no threat. And why, if you don't have no threat, why you pull your gun out? Like, there's a thing they have in law enforcement called what's the word they use for it? Oh man, it's almost like an escalation thing, to where how you deal with certain situations and you escalate. You know what I mean? And he went directly for the fire when there was no threat. You know what I mean? First is your presence, then you got your OC spray, baton, then taser, firearm. But it's a table they have on how to deal with situations when you first dealing with a situation, right? This cat went and pulled a firearm. The first thing he did, you got to be kidding me, man. You understand? For what? What threat was there? That's why his partner was like, you got to be kidding me. Like, really? You know what I mean? It's ridiculous out here, man. You understand? And the Bible says a fierce countenance. And he's not going to regard the young or the old. That's what you have right there, man. You have to understand something, man. The scriptures say in Genesis 25 that Esau and Jacob struggled within that womb. You understand me? And this is what you're saying right now. The water Kazakh, the use of force continuum, the water warrior. I don't know why I couldn't get that in my brain. The water. You know what I mean? The use of force continuum. That's what it was, Slocky said.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, I'm done, sir.
Hey, get the story of Cain and Abel, where the Lord answered Cain.
Come.
Esau, if Esau had an ounce of righteousness, it would be illegal for any white man to police any black, Latino, or Native Indian. How you going to police the people you've been abusing for 400 years? You're supposed to have a law that says Y'all can't police them. They got to police themselves because we abused and destroyed them for 400 years. We don't have no right to police them. That would be righteous. That would be just for what has happened. But instead, what they've done is given you tokens. Tokens like your vice president that's about to become president. Giving you tokens for you to turn around now and look up at the tokens while the same thing that went on for 400 years continues to go on, unabridged in any kind of way. You understand? With that kind of situation, there ain't much you can do. You got it? Go to the part where the Lord checks Cain for what has happened.
In the book of Genesis, chapter 4 and verse 9. And the Lord said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother?
Right. That's the first question. Where is Abel thy brother? We Abel. We the children of Abel. Where we at? He's supposed to say they in the ghetto, Lord, where I threw them at, where I took their spirit, where I beat them to death, where I raped, robbed, and murdered them. They in the ghetto. That's the first question the Lord asks. Where is thy brother Cain, Abel? That's us. The Lord want to know, where is the niggas? Where is God's chosen people at? Hold it now. Where is the 12 lost tribes of the children of Israel? Right or wrong? That's what he want to know. That's why there's so much controversy in the world, because Cain ain't told the Lord what he's done. Cain's still trying to hide the truth. Read.
Khan, sir. And he said, I know not.
Right. I don't know. I don't know what happened to him. Black people got to pull themselves up by the bootstraps. At some point, you got to take responsibility for what happens to you. That's what Cain said to the Lord. Cain knew. Did Cain know what he did to Abel? Hell yeah, he knew what he did to Abel. He knew he was a murderer, man. But he acted like, I didn't do nothing. I don't know what happened to them. I don't know why blacks act the way they do in the ghetto. I don't know why the North American Indian drink so much liquor. I don't know why they don't. I'm going to be the law and order president, because I don't know why they out of order. That's why Donald Trump said, your cities are a mess. What do you got to lose? He said it because he knows they destroyed us. And they got mad at him for saying it. Not that I, endorse anything Donald Trump is saying, but that one line that he said was true. What he should have said was, what do you got to lose? Why don't you give it to black Jesus a chance? That's what he should have said. Y'all don't vote for me. You white people, you vote for me. You black people, you vote for the black Jesus. Because that's what do you got to lose? You've been following the white Jesus for 400 years. Yeah. You ain't got nothing to lose no way.
Right.
That's what he should have told. That's what he should have told. Read on.
Khan, sir. Am I my brother's keeper?
And this is This is the spirit of Satan. This is the spirit of Satan. Let me tell you something. I'm plugging this. If you want to understand the spirit of Satan and demons and the attacks that come on your soul, come join me in Detroit, August 2nd. Man, we're going to get together. In Detroit, August 2nd. We got this. I'm going to show you how to fight them forces. I'm going to make you a master warrior against demonology. And you're going to be able to use the tools given to us by Christ to not only change your life, but the lives of everybody around you. And this knowledge is so necessary for you now because it's being pushed out of the world through social media. Social media is trying to turn all of us into wicked, evil men and women. But we got it. We got this. Them thoughts that's in your head attacking you all day, them things that's vexing your soul, I got you. Come join me August 2nd, Detroit, Michigan. We holding it down. Let's make that pilgrimage. I'll see y'all out there. I had to plug that.
Yes, sir.
But back to what I was saying, that's the main thing. Am I my brother's keeper? Am I supposed to be care about them? And that's the same spirit in the world. That's why they got up there. That's why they can go out there and bomb and kill anybody in them countries. The whole damn world is at war. because all heathens, not just white people, all heathens don't care about nobody but themselves. God had to make a law for you to care about yourself. You cared so much about everybody else, God had to make a law for you to care for yourself. When the other nations, they already walk with the spirit of, I'm not my brother's keeper. Like, he got nasty with the Lord and knew he had committed the crime. It was one thing if he didn't commit the crime. He committed the crime. And then that went to the Lord like, is that the niggas is my problem? You mean, what? Slavery's over. Slavery been over. I ain't never owned no slaves. So what are you niggas talking about? I ain't never owned none. That's the spirit of the man that murdered his sister. Read on,
Wakan, sir. Verse 10. And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground.
Let me tell you something, man. When I get finished with you, I'm gonna turn every last one of you into a spiritual judge. You're gonna be the lower circuit court under the Most High for all things righteous and just. Right. And you're gonna stop all evil that gets perpetrated in this world. Because that's what the Lord was saying. When he said the voice of our brother's blood cried from the grave, he's talking about a judgment. He's saying, what does he mean his brother's voice is crying from the grave? He don't mean his brother's voice is actually crying from inside a grave buried in the earth. What he's saying is the injustice you did to Abel is crying on to me because I'm the judge of life. So it's crying on to me. I feel the injustice that you committing. And this happens to us every day in this place. Don't tell me God ain't going to destroy these empires. I'll wait 1,000 years and 1,000 generations. I'm going to wait on the Lord's kingdom. I'm going to wait on Yahweh's kingdom because I know that judgment is coming. Because the Lord said, the blood of your brother crieth unto me from the grave.
That's right.
That's like you in the house, your son and you in your study, studying the scriptures, and your son and daughter, they come in, they in the house, you understand, both of them had a portion of cookies. All of a sudden you hear your daughter crying, and you getting annoyed. You trying to study, you in there working, trying to study. You call your wife, what the hell is going on? Why is she screaming like that? Your wife come in there and say, your son took her portion of the cookies. Now what you gonna do? You smoking mad now. Mm-hmm. You smoking mad because it was an injustice done that did not have to be done. And because of it, the house is disrupted. That's what's happened to us.
Right.
This house is disrupted. And because this house is disrupted, guess what? Dad got to give some beatings out. Dad got to go get somebody's behind whooped. So he told Esau, your brother's blood's crying on to me, man. Why is that little girl crying in there? What is she crying about? She's crying about an injustice over cookies. I'm minimizing, I'm making it small in this hypothetical. But that works on the level of world leaders. That works on the level of empires. That works on the level of judgment that God operates on. And black man, black woman, you better wake up and get ready. Because if you've been evil, if you've been unjust, if you've walked in that light, you better drop that. You better, and black people and Latino people is doing it. We was talking about this today. Was it you and me, Hans? It was a couple of, it might have been me and one of the captains. I think it was Captain Mount Quad. One of the captains I was talking with, we was kicking it, man, just busting it down. And we started realizing that some of these cats in the world, man, are starting to take a much higher moral stance. Yeah. And trying to have a high moral stance, higher, I don't want to say high, but higher than they've been. The whole adage, the old adage of just being a vile human being is kind of easing out. But make no mistake, Satan is working very, very hard. He's working very, very hard to make sure that it does not get extinguished from the earth. He has an agenda. He has an agenda to murder Abel and to wash his hands of it for his own benefit, for his own jealousy. That's why he hates you so much. He hates you so much the way Cain hated Abel. And this sister got murdered for that same hatred. What did this poor woman do that was so evil that he had to swear before God that he was going to shoot her in the face? And what did she do that was so horrific that he had to swear before God to shoot this poor sister in the face? I can't wait till the Lord raise this nation up. Because the Lord going to raise this nation up, and we ain't going to ask the press to do nothing. We ain't going to call the police to do nothing. We just going to come together and decide to fix the problem. And I'm not talking about violence. We ain't even got to the level of violence. You can hurt Esau without even getting violent. You can hurt Esau by just being right. By just walking as a righteous man in the law, statutes, commandments of the Lord, you can hurt this man really bad when the time comes to punishment. And brother, sister, you can do it. And you're going to do it. You're going to do it because justice is going to mean more to you than wickedness. That's all it takes. All it takes is for you to have the same spirit that Christ had when he went into the temple and whipped them the hell up out of that temple. Not for you to go violence, but for you to step up and actually do something. And brother, that's exactly what went on back then. It was a beautiful thing. It was an amazing, beautiful thing for the Lord to step in the middle of that situation and say, you know what? Your brother's blood is crying up here. You ain't going to get away with your injustice. What are you, stupid? I see everything. You understand? You think I can't see what you're doing? I can't see your evil water. I can't see your evilness. I'm going to finish up. Come on. You got more on there?
Carnival Khan, sir.
Read on.
Carnival Khan. And now art thou cursed from the earth.
Ooh. Is that a judgment? You damn right it's a judgment. It's a judgment we still looking at 5,000 years later. And now thou art cursed from the earth. It's not going. Oh, you ain't plugged in. No. And now thou art cursed. What you need? Just plug it in. Yeah, yes it will. Yes it will. And now thou art cursed from the earth. What? Now thou art cursed from the earth. You don't have a seat in the earth no more. You cut off. You done. You're going to live by the sword. That's the only way you're going to survive. At the end of your time, you're going to be extinguished from the earth. That's what's got to happen to them, because otherwise they will be like Cain was towards Abel. The murder of this sister was as Cain towards Abel. And the only thing that just troubles my whole spirit about it is that we can't shout it from the mountaintop that the entire earth see it. Like they went in there and killed them Palestinians, man. And I applaud them Palestinians, man, because them Palestinians drew love from almost every nation on earth. An Edomite, a military Edomite soldier, went in front of the White House and lit himself on fire for them Palestinians. Google it. Find it for me, out.
Yes, sir.
Find it for me. He went, give me one empty cup, please. He went before the White House and lit himself on fire. He loved them Palestinians. He was an Edomite, military soldier. Hated what was being done to the Palestinians. You know what's going to happen for this sister and for you? Nada. Nothing. Nothing, nothing, and nothing. But Christ died for us to get the judgment so that it would happen. Go ahead, Salakim.
Carnival Khan, sir. U.S. airman sets himself on fire.
Airman, a pilot. Go ahead,
Carnival Khan. U.S. airman sets himself on fire outside Israel embassy to protest genocide.
To protest the genocide of the Palestinian people. What's the name of this sister that this cop just shot in the face because she had a pot of boiling water? What's her name? We don't even know her name. We got to look up her name. We got to look up her name. This is the injustice we suffer every day in this empire. And you can't tell them nothing. You know why? Because they give you a token. You're getting a token now. Mrs. Kamala Harris. You're getting a big token. You're getting a big, you don't have no reason to complain That's what you're getting now. You ever be in a room with a little kid? I love children in the right way. Not like some of you evil bastards that would accuse us of evil. Let's get it right. So I love being around children. They're so innocent, fun. You ever been around a child and the child's in the room and he's sitting on the couch or something or in the car somewhere and the child is tired, but they're trying to stay awake?
Come on, God.
You doing this here?
Yes,
And they're trying to stay awake.
come on, God.
And they're trying to stay on top of their game. And then eventually what happens? They fall out. Because they can't keep up and stay awake anymore. That's what's happened to you. You are that child that couldn't stay awake anymore because you gave it all you had. Now the Lord is going to work for you. Is that it on that scripture? I yield on this story.
If I could, I went and found a story in that college soldier.
Go ahead.
He said this. They got a video of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I will no longer be complicit in genocide. This cat was a U.S. soldier.
When Palestinian babies die, people around the world love them. The Houthis just bombed the shores of Israel over the Palestinians. Lebanon shot rockets into Israel and destroyed part of the Iron Dome. The Iranians bombed them after they had bombed the Iranians. The Iranians bombed them back. Rumor has it now that the Iranians attempted to assassinate Donald Trump. It's a rumor, but they're looking into it. My point is this. The Palestinians are loved. What's the sister's name?
Sonia Messi.
So, who?
Sonia Messi.
Sonia Messi is loved by no one. She's loved by no one. I'm not provoking you to do violence, but I am provoking you to at least take on your identity as the Lord's chosen people. I don't want you to pick up guns and go fight anybody. You know what I want you to do? I want you to come together, face the east, and pray to the God of Israel that opened up the Red Sea and drowned the entire Egyptian army, and it's recorded in history of every nation on this earth. I want you to go to him. I want you to find the nigga God. Because you find him, you're going to do something special.
That's right.
That's right.
You're going to do something absolutely special. That's it. Was that it on it? Or you got more?
That was the story.
On the story. I'm talking about with the soldier. That was it, Haas?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we done.
Colonel Khan, sir. Colonel Khan says President Joe Biden drops out of race for the White House.
Joe threw in the towel. I can't believe they let Joe throw the towel in. If you get Donald Trump get in the White House, that's probably the end of America. He get in that White House, it's probably the end of this empire. It doesn't matter anyway. It doesn't matter to you because what does it matter who's in the White House?
Right.
Kamala Harris is known for keeping incarcerated black men in prison for the state of the economics of California. And Kamala Harris is guilty of a far greater crime than even that. And the greater crime that she's responsible for is the promotion and proliferation of abortion to young black women. The campaign for killing your babies is phenomenal. They are pushing it like it is like somebody's taking away their health care. No family planning, no family structure, nothing that brings our structure and family and people together. Nothing. Instead, kill all our babies. And any woman who can incarcerate black men past the time they end and kill our babies is a genocidal maniac, and you getting ready to put her in the White House. Well, make no mistake, I ain't mad at you for putting her in the White House because you ain't got much of an alternative. Because if you put Donald Trump in the White House,
Get ready for the proliferation of every white supremacist that's always hated you and will never stop hating you, no matter how many generations we're here in this empire. You can look for them to be in power. You can look for them to run for political office. You can look for them to join every police force in America if they haven't already. I was kicking it with the brother. Go ahead, Murrah.
Slocky, so we had a few comments if you want to take them whenever you're ready.
Let me just make one more statement. I'll take any comments they have. Any questions or comments, go and throw it up in the chat. Hey, listen, man, we coming up. Big shout out to I.S.U.P.K from South Carolina. We getting ready to start the new polling. We're going. I don't know. We ain't doing it this week, right? We're going to start next week. Next week, all right, fam, for everybody that's always joining us, next week, you're going to be able to vote on what stories you want us to read. All the stories will be in the description before the show starts. And then you'll be able to just put the number of the story you want us to deal with, and we'll pull that story up, because we're pulling the stories up, but there's a lot of stories we don't do. Big shout out to Napatazar. Big shout out to Thabawan in South Carolina. Big shout out to them for putting them stories together. You understand? And it'd be a ton of stories, but we don't get to them all. It'll be like 20 stories sometimes more. But now you're going to be able to vote on those stories. You're going to be able to decide what stories. We passing the torch. Y'all been with us long enough. We passing the torch to y'all. You understand? And y'all going to be able to come in and say, nah, vote for this story. Vote for that story. You're going to be able to send messages to each other. You're going to be able to contact each other on Facebook, be like, nigga, vote for that story. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to be able to do it however you want to do it so we can address yours. You even going to be able to suggest stories if you want. You know what I mean? And then we're going to rate certain stories. We're going to have polls rating the story or rating the comment or rating the issue and all that. And I'm bringing the phone lines back. I'm bringing the phone lines back. I had to fight them with a bat. I had to fight the generals with a bat. You understand? They didn't want me to bring the phone lines back. The phone line's coming back. Now, y'all don't mess it up. Don't let nobody get up in here, man, and mess it up. If they try to roll, y'all roll. If they call reckless, you call and check their ass, all right? We ain't letting them get away with nothing, all right? But we are going to bring it back, because I think everybody, you know what I'm saying, everybody is seasoning and growing and got great stories from all over. So what I was just going to say is, forgot what I was going to say now, Murrah. Go on, let's take the man, I forgot what it was. I was going to bring out one point. It was a good point, too. Go ahead. Jump into it.
Yes, sir.
So I got a few comments here.
Come on.
The first one, a brother asked is, how can he see the demons lecture that you got coming up? He asked, how could he see it?
Okay. I would suggest getting in touch with the Chicago or Detroit school online. That's a good point. We should have that information. Let's see if we can get that information and play that commercial at the end of this show. For everybody who's watching and wants to know, at the end of this show, we'll play that commercial, because I believe it's like a little pay-per-view, like $20 they doing it, where you be able to drop a credit card or something, a debit card, and they'll put you in play. And hey, anybody that's from Chicago or Detroit on the line with us, get the info for us. Q, tell them to get the info. Yeah, Q said it is pay-per-view. Tell them to get the, I think it's on, I'm not going to speculate, but it's on one of those major joints where you can sign into. All right. I'm not sure the details. They handling that out there in Detroit. So I'm not familiar, but let's get it. Somebody get it. Let's get it in the chat room. Let's get it at the end of the show. Let's get everybody who wants to see it. I think it's going to be heavy. I think it's going to be what you need going forward with all of the nonsense they trying to poison brothers and sisters with. Eventbrite. Big shout out to General Q. Eventbrite. For everybody that's looking for it, go to Eventbrite. And then what do they look for on Eventbrite, Q? I don't know if you got to put in Commanding General YAHANNA or what they got to put in Eventbrite to get it. Whatever you got to put in, we'll get that too. I don't want to drag on. Let's go to these comments. Me and Haas will chime in. Yeah,
Yes,
Marah and Yedai is here with us as well.
Yes, sir.
Captain McCod in the building. Big shout out to Captain
Right.
McCod. Worldwide, all over.
So if I may, sir, the next question is, the weed demon is hard for me to fight. I need to know how to beat it.
Well, first of all, here's what you need to do with the weed demon. The thing you need to do with the weed demon, the first thing you need to do is run and get yourself among the brothers. Now, the demon is going to tell you, don't you do that. They're going to smell the weed on you. They're going to this, they're going that. They're going to talk about you. Ignore that demon. That's a demon keeping you. The weed demon loves you. He wants you to stay high. He wants to make you feel good. He wants to make you feel good because he wants to kill you. And he knows when making you feel good is going to keep you on weed so that he can kill you. So what you got to do is you got to run and get whatever city you in. Find the nearest Israelite school of UPK and go up in there. Brothers came to class. When we was down on 46th Street, brothers came to class, sat in the front row. I taught a class every week, and I was high by the time the class was over. That brother had so much weed coming out his pores that I was high by the time we said, it's time to go, I was slurring my speech. But that brother became a captain in the UPK, man, and went and warred out on them streets, man, and rose up tons of brothers in the work of the Lord, and quit the weed, and fixed his family, and took care of his extended family, and opened up a business. And not just him, but several brothers. You understand? Some of these brothers in here look amazing to you, but you don't know what they was before they got in here.
That's right.
Before they got in here, they was hell on wheels. Some of them, sometimes the brothers post their before and after pictures. You be shocked. Some brothers I be thinking is the most priestly, studious brother. He show his before picture. This nigga been in the penitentiary 10 years. He in there with an eye patch and looking like death on wheel. He come out here and clean himself all up, get a facial, get a new woman, children, family, you know what I'm saying? He in a station wagon or a minivan. Meanwhile, a minute ago, this nigga was the notorious, probably some nigga in the news. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I sit down with these brothers at these barbecues, man, and I just be kicking it to them. And they be like, yeah, gentleman, I'm telling you, man, I love the truth so much, man. It's so much better than before. I say, yeah, man, because, man, that story, when I was in that that police chase, man, I said to myself, man, how I get in this police chase, man? I know I'm going to make the news with this nonsense. I wasn't trying to kill nobody. I'm sitting next to this murderous monster. Like, have you fully converted? I'm ready to get Roman Catholic on his ass. Have you given your confession today, brother? Like you ain't performing last rites on me, I hope. These cats come in here, man, and they make a 360 change. And that's why I can't take credit for it. That's why I know it's the Lord. Because the kind of changes that brothers take in this nation can't be man. Yeah. Has to be done through the Father. You know what I mean? As it's supposed to be, and as he should receive the glory for the work that we try hardest our best to serve him in. Mm-hmm. And so with that being said, if you on weed, go get among the brothers. Don't worry about quitting the weed. Worry about rolling with the brothers and growing in the truth. They'll get you off of the weed. You'll wake up one day and weed will be disgusting to you. You'll get around your homies one day and you'll be like, man, I got to go, man, because I can't smell that weed no more. Brothers tell me that all the time. Get off them drugs and never, ever, ever go back because they found something that gives them so much more purpose and so much more clarity, and it becomes so valuable to them. It's like anything. If you're getting high, but then you find out about something that's so heavy that you know you can't be high to absorb it, you're going to lose your high. Like cats always say, when a cat come around and he talking knowledge, it blow they high. Mm-hmm. Well, waking up to the truth going to blow your high. You're going to want to get high, but your high going to be blown before you light the blunt up. You're going to be like, man, I can't smoke this shit, man. I'm about to go study about this deep stuff. And that's what it's going to do. It's going to blow your high. Don't worry about stopping the weed. Worry about getting among the brothers. Where they doorstep out. And watch you. It's like anything. Who you associate with you understand, is who shapes who you are. If you in the streets with gangsters and slinging guns, you gonna sling guns and be a gangster because that's just human nature. But if you among righteous priests that's strong, disciplined, hard working for the Lord, trusting in the Most High, faithful with the Most High, guess what? You're going to hit crossroads where you're going to be like, I'm going to trust the Lord on this. And when he come through, it starts to shape your life. You're going to be taught things that make you stop allowing demons to control you, whether it come from a woman, a job, a parent, a child, a homie that was down with you in the struggle. Wherever it's coming from, if it's a demon, it's going to have to get cast out. And guess what? It's going to be cast out in the brotherhood. Christ said this, where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, so I am in the midst thereof. I'm paraphrasing. Right. And brother, I know that to be true firsthand. I've been in them trenches. Anybody that's walked the dog out in this world, you know what that means. So that's all you got to do to answer that brother's question. Who's next?
Kind of one con, sir. If I may, Stay Smart said, General YAHANNA, you the greatest representation for our nation. Love you, brother. And then he further said, if I may, General YAHANNA, how you become so great for the nation?
Part one, brother Thawada, for the compliment, and super kind to you. I wish I could take credit for it, but the real truth is I can't really take no credit for it. The only real reason that I do anything that I do is because I read them scriptures out and I fell in love with the righteousness of the Most High. That is the only reason. I'm hooked on righteousness like a dope fiend is hooked on heroin. I'm hooked on the idea that we are going to get a kingdom of our own. That to me, I'll just live the idea. Yeah, I don't care how long it takes. Living the idea. I'm a warrior by nature. So I'm going to fight for what I love. So if I love this truth, I'm fighting for it. And I'm not thinking about the end game. I know the end game is guaranteed because the Lord, he don't lie. So that's why I do what I do, because of the Lord. And it's the same answer for the second one, man. I ain't great. I ain't great at all. Christ is great, and he made me great because I serve him. You know what I mean? I'm going to give you a good example of that. Get me the scripture where Solomon's servant came before Sheba, and the Lord described what her servant looked like. This is a heavy scripture to understand when you meet or come across great men in the truth. When you come across great men in the truth, you understand and know you come across great men because they have a great king. And they only great as long as they serve that king. Just like anybody. If you went to the Waldorf Astoria Hotel, right? You walk in, you get greeted with the white glove treatment. The cat is all professional with you. He give you a glass of wine as you come in, greet you, take your bags. The cat is bad. Bring you on into the restaurant, seat you. The French waiter comes up, busses it down. We have this, we have that. You understand? You checking it out. Your food come, it's beautiful. Y'all been to a top-end restaurant. It's beautiful. Your steak is just right. Atmosphere is right. The music is right. Everything is beautiful. You say to yourself, yo, this restaurant is amazing. But you don't see the guy who made the restaurant amazing. You just see the guys that he taught to make the restaurant amazing. You don't see the chef unless he come out from the back. You just see the waiters that come out with the food, the bus boys that pick up the plate. And that's what it is in the truth. When you see a great man in the truth, it's not, he only great because he working for somebody that's super bad. And ain't nobody badder than your house shot.
That's right.
And that man is only great as long as he serves that. Like that same cat, that same waiter that work in the Waldorf Astoria, if he get fired and he got to go work in McDonald's, you think he going to be going like this to the customers? Welcome to McDonald's. Can I have your order? He ain't doing that. He dropping all that because he's giving up the spirit of the Waldorf Astoria. That's men that's left the truth. That's men that left the truth. So let's do ourselves a favor. let's all don't take no credit. Let's give credit to the one cat that went on the cross, died, dropped dead, and came up out the grave to give us another shot. Now, unless you did it too, then you ain't really pulled the game off. You know what I mean? I ain't never died for none of y'all. I ain't going no cross and die. I mean, I like to believe I go down for the get down.
That's right.
I've been in the game long enough that I feel very confident that I'll take that hot one for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling very confident. But I haven't done it, and the Lord haven't put me in a position to do it. But there's a brother that did. And guess what? By giving him all the glory, nobody got to be jealous of nobody. You ain't got to look at me as somebody special. You ain't got to look at me. You ain't got to hate me. You ain't got to be jealous of me. I'm not talking to this particular person that asked this question. I'm saying in general. Because now it wasn't me no way. Now you can give all the glory to Yahweh, and guess what? Now you can be at peace. We ain't got to compete and fight and do all that, because he'll get all the glory. And in the kingdom of heaven, we'll all get crowns that we can't, and nobody will never take away from us.
That's right.
And then we can go on and just rock this whole kingdom out and get everything that he laid down and he said we supposed to get. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's do that thing, man. You know what I mean? So that answers that. I hope that answers that point. Go ahead, Mathumia. Hit that.
1 Kings chapter 10, verse 4.
Go ahead.
And when the queen of Sheba had seen all Solomon's wisdom and the house that he had built.
So she saw all his wisdom. He broke it all down in them scriptures, man. And she was amazed at it. Like some of you amazed at some of the things we say and do in here. You be like, damn. Listen, I be like that with some of y'all. Because the Lord can speak to any one of us. Some more than others. Like it says in the scriptures. Some was blessed with this amount or that gift or that talent. But it's all the Most High gets the glory of it all. And so, you know, when we see that, it should encourage us to want not what he have, but what the Lord might have for you. That's what you should be trying to get. What's my brothers coming to me all the time? The general, what's my talent, man? I love when you come ask me that question, because that means you're trying to find the best of you. You're trying to find the avenue and route that makes you a prophet of God. You're trying to do more than just average work.
Right.
You trying to be great in the work through the power of the Most High. And brother, that's going to change the earth. The earth going to go flip and be in the hands of the Most High. So you got more on it? Come on. I mixed up my drink. Now I'm messing with y'all.
And the meat of his table and the sitting of his servants and the attendance of his ministers.
Right. She saw the ministers and the table and everybody. All right. She saw the power that he was giving off, and it blew her away. Go ahead. Finish it.
And their apparel.
Their garments. Where these garments would come from we wearing? Where they come from? Did we figure this out? Did we just wake up one day and say, nah, this is how it's supposed to be? No, brother, it was the Lord.
That's right, sir.
The Lord put these garments in us, piece by piece by piece by piece. Big shout out to Parakium. Most of you don't know who Parakium is. Parakium, give it up for Parakium. Parakium lived in Harlem on 130th Street, brother, and he was the first Hebrew Israelite to come up with the garment, the garment and the girdle. Name is Parakium. Of what I would do to find a picture of him. Anybody out there got a picture of Parakium, man? Do the right thing and send it to me, man. Parakium bust out with the first garments that Hebrew Israelites wore. The first ones. Nobody did it before him. And brother, from there, it was like the Spirit of the Lord took off. Israel just started coming up with ideas. You see this headpiece I got on, goddammit. You ain't slow. You don't see this thing? Don't act like you don't see it. Don't act like I got on a Kango, or not a Kango. Kango's a good black hat. But like, what's them ones Esau wear? A fedora or something? You ain't watching that. Sure. This is top shelf. Go ahead. You got more? Give me a little bit more.
Come on, sir. And his cupbearers.
And his cupbearers. Come on.
And his accent by which he went up unto.
So she's shocked at everything she's seeing. Go ahead.
Unto the house of the Lord. There was no more spirit in her.
There was no more spirit in her, Marah. No more spirit in her, Marah. She couldn't even believe it. She was like she was ready to faint. He was so powerful. They were so powerful. She was ready to faint. And do you got the scripture where it said she saw his servant and thought it was him? Oh, see, I had to go there on you, Mathumya. I had to get Mathumya tonight. I had to get him tonight. But now I'm paraphrasing, but there's a scripture that say that she saw his servant and believed it was him. Anybody out there know that one off the top? Hit us with that. I know Q gonna pull it up.
Yeah.
You understand? And she was shocked. They said it was no more spirit in her. Let me tell you something. When the Lord raised up these 12 tribes, it's like the scripture said, they'll stand on their feet and fear will come over the nations because they'll be so amazing. They'll be so amazing. Like the Lord said, this knowledge will be your wisdom before the nations. So while they hating us and killing us, we got the potential to unlock absolute, unadulterated greatness before their eyes. We got the ability to unlock it and shock the world with it.
Right.
We got to lock in with the king. That's all. See if y'all find it. In the meantime, Marat, you got another one? Mm-hmm.
If I could.
Mm-hmm.
This was
big shout out to Matabar, Officer 5000, holding it down in New Orleans, Louisiana, with Captain Kahan Thumb Yard, a powerhouse, a pillar in the truth of the Lord. You understand? A juggernaut, a stability, a stable beam in the work of the Lord. Big shout out to both of them. Go ahead, Op.
like I said, I'm going up to is
All right.
at the top.
Nobody found it? I'm about to call Muhammad on y'all. You better call my yacht. We'll find it. It said it was no more spirit left in her. Another one said she saw his servant and thought it was him. I'm paraphrasing it now. But let's keep on going. You ain't got no, if you don't have no more, we'll move on to the next story. That's it? We done? Come on, you die. Where we going? Now, Trooper Halak Aman said 1 Kings 10:5. Anybody check that? That's what you just read. But did you read the specific 5th verse? So it wasn't in that verse. Because we know that she had no more spirit in her, but there's one that says she believed it was him. That's how bad the servant was. But I can't pull that one off the top of my head. But that brother had to be bad. And that's us. We could be that bad if we serve Yahushua as we should. Not to Zagabar saying the first thing. 1 Kings 10:5. That's it? Read it again for us.
This is the book of 1 Kings.
Wait a minute. We got 2 Chronicles 9:4. Officer 500 Yagadar. Find that one. You pull this one. You read that one again. I ain't gonna stay on it too much long. I'm gonna get off it. So go ahead, read that one. That's not it either. 9:4 is not it. Read 9:4, then if we need, we'll come back to 10:5. Read 9:4.
This is the book of 2 Chronicles.
Now, Kathum Gabar saying 10:5. Come on. Go ahead, read 9 and 4 and then 10 and 5.
No, you. Second Chronicles chapter 9 verse 4.
Come on.
And the meat of his table, and the sitting of his servants, and the attendance of his ministers, and their apparel, his cupbearers also, and their apparel, and his accent, by which he went up into the house of the Lord. There was no more spirit in her.
No, that's not the one. That's one. But there's another one that goes with that. And that was 9 and 4 you just read, or 10 and 5? Give me the other one.
So book of 1 Kings, chapter 10, verse 5. And the meat of his table.
Same scripture, different chapter. Go ahead.
And the sitting of his servants.
Uh-huh.
And the attendance of his ministers. Mm-hmm. And their apparel, and his cupbearers, and his accent by which he went up unto the house of the Lord. There was no more spirit in her.
That's not it, y'all. Y'all, that's one that's heavy, just as heavy. That one makes the point that I'm making about us being the servants of Christ. But there's another one where she believed it was him, and they're gonna believe you, Christ, as well. But anyway, we're gonna get up off it. We done. Let's move on. Where are we going next, y'all?
Sir. More than 1,500 U.S. flights canceled for the third day straight as airlines slowly recover from global tech outage.
And for some reason, they did not bring in how much financial institutions went down with it. Because our systems went down. And we held. And they brought them all back up. Everything was back up and running. But tons of financial systems went down too, which also tells you how easy it is to destroy this place. And they're not going to be able to sustain, because that's obviously some type of cyber attack, and they're attacking people also across the world. Right now, Iran is getting tons of cyber attacks. Russia's getting tons of cyber attacks. Russia is doing cyber attacks over here. And this time, they just happen to get through this one time. They all battling each other, trying to overthrow each other's system. So that's just another part of what's getting ready to happen in the future, and why we should only trust in the Lord. We're not just trusting in their system, we trusting in the Most High. That's why so many brothers is doing so many alternative things in terms of survival. Because brothers know, why totally trust in them? Now, we ain't got to be conspiracy theorists walking around, that that's the end of the world. The end of the world is global thermonuclear war by the hand of the Lord. That's the one to worry about.
Right.
But at the same time, we're not putting our whole heart into anything that's Esau's, because he can just come and take it anytime he wants.
That's right, sir.
We got to put our trust in the Most High. All right? Y'all want to go into any scriptures on it? Or we moving on?
I think we'll move on.
All right. What else we dealing with, y'all? Haas, come on, jump in.
Yes, sir. Come on, sir.
Sir. Treated like a convict, NFL legend Terrell Davis describes getting handcuffed on a plane near his kids after asking for ice.
Let me tell you something. I watched that interview with him. We have a copy of that interview. It's a little long, so we're going to have to describe it. All right. First of all, is he in any way related to Terrell Owens? No, he's just both first name Terrell. Well, this brother, right, was on. I'm not into football heavy, so forgive me if that was a dumb question. So anyway, right, here's the thing. This brother was on the plane, had his wife on the plane, his kids on the plane, boys sitting next to him. His wife had the girl sitting next to her. Boys is jumping around, they playing, they on the plane. Some Edomite comes up to him, asks him real rudely about his kids. Do they want some water or something like that? They don't answer him. They playing and all that. As he goes to go by, one of the kids turn around and say, yeah, let me get some water or something like that. He taps the guy, according to him. He taps the guy and says, hey, yeah, let me get some water. The guy freaked all out like he was attacking him or something. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. Guy went and pulled the cart back. Next thing you know, he's being charged with a crime, and they putting handcuffs on him and dragging him off the plane. Now I don't know, you could make the argument on both sides, because he did say he felt disrespected the way the guy was talking to his sons, like real rude. And then when the guy put the drinks down, he like slammed the cup each time for both of the boys and then him. So you could make the argument that he tapped him a little rough to just answer him for that rudeness that he was having. But at the same time, you can make the argument that I make is that you better get ready, because in this evil world, use your wisdom. Use what the Lord gave you, because in this evil world, you're going to see what Esau was doing to us back in the 50s and 40s, what I call the Emmett Till effect. White people are going to start to blame us for everything that goes on with them. They're gonna be the masters at putting false charges on us. You see the Karens doing it all the time. Well, it's about to get stepped up. The teenagers is going to do it. The men are going to do it. Like, this is an evil nation. And this evil nation is going to be doing these type of things to black people, especially wealthy, prominent black people. They did it to Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey went in a handbag store where the bags was $35,000. Who would buy a handbag for that price is beyond me. But maybe if you got that kind of paper, you got to spend it somewhere. But anyway, she went in the store. They followed her around the store. Man, she went and said something about it. That thing turned into an uproar till they found out she was Oprah Winfrey. Then they had to back all the way down. But that means that any wealthy black woman that went in that store would have, you know what I'm saying, Haas, would have experienced the same damn thing.
Yes, they would have.
You know what I mean? So the point is that that's the nature of this beast. And as we getting closer to this election and Donald Trump in and the white supremacists rising, you don't understand that these Edomites hate to see you prosper, hate to see you wealthy, hate to see you free, hate to see you in your best. The problem with you is you don't realize that you need to come together to be that way. You out there on your own, in your own little silly world, and not realizing that you are the chosen of the Lord and should not be out there in your own little silly world. That you should be a part of your nation, and they should feel the presence of your nation. These Edomites done came together with Donald Trump.
Yep.
Them white supremacists, they went and had another rally, right? What city was it in? They just recently had one. Nashville, Tennessee. Like, they come together. They stormed that White House out by the hundreds of thousands. See how many people was up on that the Capitol?
Yes, sir.
Like, they come. I'm not saying for us to come together to do violence. I see cats try to come together and do violence all the time, and I've been watching that for 40 years. You can't try to have violence if you're not unified. That's number one. And you can't have violence for stupid, silly things like statues. You're gonna end up getting somebody killed over a statue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that show you that you don't have a good sense of what you should be fighting for. There are so many things that you could stand up for that don't require that. Listen, just stand up for abortion. Stand up for abortion, and in 5 years, watch the hundreds of thousands of Black and Latino babies walk in the streets in 5 years. Watch that. Just do that. That in itself will rock this entire kingdom. You understand? Big shout out to who went out this weekend, man. I think South Carolina was out this weekend, right?
Yeah, they did a food drive.
South Carolina did a hell of a food drive. I'll be jealous of that food y'all sisters cooking. Y'all giving away top shelf food out there, man. Black people ain't never had a food drive with food that good. Big old casseroles and big old cooked down smoked chicken and all that. I'm like, man, where the sandwiches at, man? Y'all giving them black people top shelf love, which I know in the eyes of our King Yahawashi, it's a beautiful thing. So my point is, fight on them levels. And if they step to you, you handle your business. But be ready to, but for now, do the job, which is raise up these 12 tribes. Help them. Help them like the people help the Palestinians.
Yeah, right.
Do that. Help them. Help them like the damn people help the Ukrainians. Before that, they had a problem with Ukrainian drug dealers all over America, right or wrong. Ukrainian organized crime, Russian organized crime all over America. Soon as the interest in America changed, the Ukrainians became the beloved, innocent white people. The Ukrainians. Feed the Ukrainians. Give 25 cents a day for the Ukrainians. And all the love went to the Ukrainians. Why don't you give it to black people?
That's right.
Our beloved Issacharites, our beloved tribes of Israel. I know they hate you. You hate them too. Because both of you as simple as the day is old, as Chief Head Priest Yeshai used to say. I had a drink now. Chief Head Priest Yeshai used to always say that. You simple as the day is old, brother. Yeah, when he told you that, you could forget it. The judgment was over. You was never going to win that argument. You might as well throw in the towel and just do whatever he telling you to do. And so, you know, for you to not recognize that, it's something missing among us. You understand? And let me tell you something, man. You should love who Christ loved. Right. I don't give a damn who you love and don't love. I don't give a damn who I love and don't love. I love what Christ loved.
That's right.
And I don't like what he don't like.
That's right.
And he loves these 12 tribes. So help them, man. And brothers is doing it. This brotherhood, whoo, that's South Carolina giveaway, brother. And they got plans on the table. I saw the plans. They getting ready to get busy. Not just there, all over this nation. And we know it's necessary. Give them that, man. It's needed. You got more on the story?
I'm not sure if there was any video, but that was pretty much, you described it, sir.
God, go ahead. Huh? So just to wrap up on it, you was gonna say something on it? Please, my thumb, get it in.
So what I was gonna say, what you bringing out is so heavy. You know what I mean? Like you said, you just visited Atlanta, and you said it's like 500 homeless.
It was crazy.
You know what I mean? We need the help the most. We need the food. The nation needed all the food, all the nourishment our nation can get. And everybody want to go ahead and, you know what I mean, give their love to the Palestinians when we need it the most.
Yeah.
That's a heavy point you was bringing out. So
yeah, like we don't want to love each other.
Yeah.
We don't want to love the other tribes, man.
Yeah.
You better love them other tribes, man. Yeah. Because Christ said to do it, and he's smarter than you.
That's right, sir.
And as this empire begin to crumble down, trust me when I tell you, you're going to need them.
Yeah.
You're going to need them, and they are going to need you. They are going to need you. I said 10 years ago, man, that every single black woman should go out and grab her a Mexican brother, marry him and get him his papers. That nigga will work 2 jobs. Issachar brother, boy. You ever see them work out? Do you know when Issacharites work together, they don't have to talk to each other? No. How many of y'all know that? They super bad. They don't have to talk. They be working and they just know what their job is. And they know what to do next. I'm watching them work. They doing some work for me, right? And the cat, he cutting the grass, right? He cutting the grass. So he blowing all the leaves all over on the walkway. He cutting, he blowing the leaves because the lawnmower blows the leaves. And I'm watching them, and the one cat just crossed behind him with a blower, and he blow the leaves off to the sidewalk. And as he blowing the leaves off to the sidewalk, the first guy finished cutting the grass. So he blowing the leaves, and the first guy that was finished cutting the grass, he stopped for a minute, and he looking at the guy. And when the guy got right close to the end of the sidewalk where he was about to be done, the first guy started packing up the gear. And I said, damn, they ain't got to talk. They just know what to do. Us, you gonna work for a nigga for 20 years, and he gonna tell you gonna have to tell him for 20 years, get the blower. For 20 years, you're gonna be telling this nigga get the blower. For 20 years. You understand? Forget about if you working with a Benjamite. Oh my God. You work for a Benjamite for 20 years, you're gonna have to tell this nigga to turn on the lawnmower. For 20 goddamn years. Turn on the lawnmower, man. You better love them people, man. The Lord love them. He love them. Yeah. And they're going to add something to you. And God knows you're going to add a whole lot to them that's missing in their world that they desperately need. So just to add to this, brother, it's sad what happened to him on the plane, but it's more common than we think.
Yeah.
It's only made the news because he's famous. To them, it's like this happened to somebody famous. This wasn't supposed to happen. And they bring these stories out on the news for one reason and one reason only. They need that their wild-ass white children, they need them to control themselves while rich blacks and Latinos is moving through their circles. They don't want them white boys and white girls to be going off on wealthy blacks and Latinos because they could disrupt the kingdom or disrupt businesses or different things. They give them preferential treatment for a reason because usually they making money off that same ball player. He's a ball player, right?
Yeah.
I guarantee you they paying him $100 million and he's making them $1 billion. So they don't want you bothered. They don't want no poor white person bothering him. So they put it on the news to keep their white people in check. You know what I mean? To keep their white people knowing, hey, calm it down. Don't be going off on certain black people because we making money off of them. We need them. That's why they call celebrities. We need them. You, in your ignorance, you think they treating you different because you different or because you got money. They only treating you different because you're like a fatted calf. You know what I mean? Or what's them animals they use for breeding? A good breeding type animal. Like you like a good bull or something. And they that bull that does that breeding, oh, he eats good, lives good, does all that good. Why? Because when he put him out the stud, they get nothing but the best quality. You do it even if for those of you that breed dogs.
Yeah.
You treat that stud like he's special because you need him to perform. You ain't treating him like he's special because you got some special love for him. You treating him special because you need him to produce so you can make money off of him. You got to learn the mindset of the white man. He gave up the kingdom for that raw porridge. Understand the nature of this beast. He'll give up anything to feed himself more. You got to understand that. And once you understand that, you'll be able to carry him where he needs to be in every situation you in. You got anything else, Morale? Okay, I can keep going. Go ahead, Haas. You want to chime in or you want to hit the next one?
Yeah, I do want to say something about this here with his brother right here. He was this cat was really, 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 really famous in football. So.
Okay.
I mean, he was like really well known. I mean, he was damn near everything. You know what I mean? You know how you said this Terrell Owens? He was like that during his time.
Mm-hmm.
And to see that happen to him the way it did, this let me know that, our oppressor don't really care about your status. Same thing happened with Michael Jackson. Like Michael Jackson had the pinnacle of his music career, and when they came out, they didn't care.
Yep.
They didn't really care until he had to try to go back and get him sort of similar to blackness and get the Nation of Islam to be on his side.
That's
you
it.
know what I'm saying? Like they don't care who you are, no matter how much money you got. In their eyes, you still is a
Yeah, they don't care. They don't care about none of that.
And it's even the oppressors that are the lowest of the low, or that don't have a lot of money. All of them feel that way.
Oh, good.
They all feel that way about us, no matter who you are in the society.
Go ahead, you die. Go ahead, you die.
I was gonna say if I could, sir, what General Hodge is saying is correct. Many brothers in Israel know I'm a Broncos fan, and I'm a Broncos fan because of that brother right there. Him, Shannon Sharp, and Rod Smith, brothers like him. And he was on a flight from Denver to California. Those oppressors knew who he was. Like everybody in Denver and on the West Coast knows who Terrell Davis was. And like General Hodge was saying, they don't care who you are. You're just another nigga to them. So what General Hodge was saying is correct, sir.
Hey, give me where Joseph was meeting his brothers, and he had to sit separate from the Egyptians. Let me tell you something else too. A lot of these Edomites see these wealthy, polished up Jakes, and they so damn mad that these Jakes got this wealth and power. Yeah, you had to be sitting in first class. You know what I mean? And they see it, and they cannot stand him because of it. They looking at him like, who the hell he think he is? And they looking to take revenge on him. And listen, and you can't always hate them on it because this is their kingdom and their time. Even the demon said to Christ, have you come to, what did he say? Have you come to torture us before our time? Or even they was like, yo, it's our time. It's their time. If you are an airline pilot and he get on the airline and you know he making $100-200 million a year and you up in there, up in some plane trying to serve out Coca-Colas and Sprites, you mad as hell as a white man. You feel like you done got shorted. You know what I mean? You feel like you didn't get a piece of the kingdom that you supposed to get. And you feel damn near like he stole a piece of that kingdom. You know what I mean? You feel like he done got what you were supposed to get. You know what I mean? It's what vexed. It happened in ancient Egypt. They was vexed with us as well for the same damn reasons. Now, the brother should be aware of that. He should be aware of that as he's moving and traveling. But of course, a lot of these brothers become celebrities and wealthy, and they think that they are beloved by these white people. They believe the story. They believe the hype. There was one time where hip hop was hated. Remember, they hated hip hop when hip hop first came out. They said it's evil music, it's demonic music, it's gangster rap, it's this and that. As soon as the record companies took over, before you know it, it was jingles in commercials. It was in lotion commercials and perfume commercials. The minute the record companies started making money off it, they stopped demonizing the rappers. Before that, Snoop used to catch hell. They had all kind of protests against him, all kind of situations with him. They was going through all kinds of ups and downs with him. But the minute they started making big money on him, that was the end of that. You know what I'm saying? Where you at? You got it for me? Read that.
Genesis chapter 46 and verse 32.
Mm-hmm.
And the men are shepherds, for their trade have been to feed cattle. And they have brought their flocks and their herds and all that they had.
You know the one I'm looking for is the one where he went to sit down with them. Is that? The one where he went to sit down with them and eat, where it said it's an abomination for the Egyptians to break bread with you. That's the one. Because that situation with Joseph is damn near the same situation with this brother right here. Them Egyptians they couldn't stand him. Now, Joseph was second on to the Pharaoh. He was like the vice president of the country. And they still hated him and didn't want to sit with him. Even though he was vice president of the entire country. Nobody wanted to deal with him. That's how much hatred they have for you.
Yeah.
And best believe this. They ain't saying it, but you know they got some good hatred for Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
You know they was calling Barack Obama a monkey while he was in the White House. While he was in the White House, they was calling him a monkey and a terrorist. So they got a hatred for you. They don't care if you vice president, president, whatever. And that's why this brother going through that. Go ahead.
The book of Genesis, chapter 43 and verse 32. And they set on for him by himself and for them by themselves.
Right. He was going to sit down with his. So this was like a big dinner. This is like the vice president having a whole big meal and reunion with his family, with his brothers and his brothers' wives and all of that. But even as they was having that reunion, the Egyptians still set him and his people by himself and set them and their people by themselves. Go ahead.
Sir. And for the Egyptians did eat with him.
Wait, come on, take it from the top. Run it down.
Sir. And they set on for him.
Go above it. One more.
Sir. The book of Genesis, chapter 43 and verse 31. And he washed his face and went out and reframed himself and said, set on bread.
Set on bread, meaning let's sit down and have us a banquet. Let's eat. Go ahead.
Verse 32.
Now, this is how powerful he was. He was over these Egyptians. He's the one that told these Egyptians to set up the tables. But show you how racist they was, how much they hated us. When they did it, they still kept the tradition of them being separate from us. Go ahead.
Sir. And they set on for him by himself.
See that? They set on for him by himself. Go ahead.
Kana Wakan, sir. And for them by themselves.
And for them by themselves. Now they're going to explain why. Go ahead.
Kana Wakan. And for the Egyptians, which did eat with him by themselves.
That's how powerful he was. Even his family, they put some space between him and his family. That's how powerful Joseph was in the Egyptian empire. But they set their tables separate from him as well. Give me some more.
Kana Wakan, sir. Because the Egyptians might not eat bread with the Hebrews.
Egyptians didn't eat with no Hebrews.
Kana Wakan. For that is an abomination unto the Egyptians.
That's an abomination to the Egyptians. That's an abomination to the Egyptians for them to do that. They hated us back then. And every nation that had us in this captivity was the exact same way. Right or wrong, huh?
Listen, gentlemen, you bring out a heavy point, and everybody out here know, and from the lowest to the highest in this society, all of y'all have experienced this. Sir, I'm sitting here listening to you, right, and I'm playing in my mind how many times I experienced this scripture right here. How many times I had to experience this right here. Like it's mind-blowing. From grade school, Catholic school, high school, precious military and different jobs and back and forth. I experienced this. And it was nonstop. Nonstop. And they let you know it too. Like it ain't something they tried to hide. And they let you know. You know one thing I picked up on, in the world I was shaking cat hand. And whenever I shook a person's hand, he always tried to turn my hand like this, like he hand on top of mine. And I'll go, I'm stopping. Like, no, we ain't doing that. You know what I mean? Everyone always try to do that. And I'm like, hold them, no, we ain't doing that. And I would stop it. They would look at me and I would look at them. You know what I mean? It was always prevalent in what they do. So it's fine.
And this is in every nation. This wasn't just in the Egyptian empire. Mm-hmm. You read it in the Persian and the Mede Empire. You read it in all the empires that we went into captivity on. They tried to do the same thing to us. And brother, this is exactly how they keep us on the bottom. It's the reason this brother got treated this way on the plane. It's the reason that sister got shot. Mm-hmm. It's the reason for all of those things. Go ahead.
Kana Wakan, sir. Kana Wakan. And they sat before him, the firstborn according to birthright, and the youngest according to his youth.
You can stop right there. The main point was that the Egyptians separated themselves from us. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Let's go from there.
Sir.
Go ahead, Marah. Come.
So a brother had a comment. He had a question. He said, y'all got a camp in Jacksonville, Florida?
Absolutely. Absolutely, we do. Okay. I don't know. Y'all tell them how to get in touch with our camp. We working on it. We get it in the chat room. Let's keep going. Are we over the time? We got a little bit of time left. Give me another story. Give one more story. We'll put it in the chat room for that person that asked. You got anything more, Marah? That's it for now. Hey, y'all, remember next week in the chat room will be all of the stories. Y'all will be picking the stories that we go over next week. All right. And we'll be doing the voting and the survey on it as well next week. And we will be talking about getting the phone lines back. General Muhammad will be back. General Mayak will be back too. He was going to try to get in tonight, but he'll be back next week as well. Go ahead, Slaki.
Kana Wakan, sir. Las Vegas woman struggles for extended periods.
Let me stop. No Cowens? Or was that supposed to be no cowards? No cowards, Cumberland, Maryland. We in Maryland, but I don't think we're in Cumberland County. That's the southern part, I believe, of Maryland. But we got camps in both Virginia, D.C., and Laurel. So we got and Hyattsville. So it's camps all over Maryland. We got you. We definitely got you. So also, too, y'all put that in the chat room. Q, y'all get them to drop all that in the chat room before we leave out tonight so these brothers and sisters can get in touch with us in the school. Go ahead.
Kana Wakan, sir. Las Vegas woman struggles for an extended period, then drowns in the pool as gym employees and other swimmers are oblivious to her floating body. Video shows.
Damn. Go ahead.
Kana Wakan, a woman drowned in a pool just 4 feet deep at a popular Las Vegas gym in February, and a shocking surveillance video of her death was released. The baffling footage shows Leticia Gonzalez, 58, thrashing in the shallow pool and then floating face down as gym goers casually walk by.
Damn.
I think we got a video of that, sir.
Sister, can you got that video, Mara? All right, let's keep going.
Connor Wakan, sir. Connor Wakan. Less than 2 weeks later, another swimmer at the Las Vegas Athletic Club almost drowned, and health officials are demanding answers. If it weren't for the Southern Nevada Health District, the tragic incident would have never come to light.
Go ahead.
Connor Wakan. And the gym conglomerate, which has 20,000 members, is battling a ruling to hire lifeguards.
Which once again, you get neglected because again, you are an abomination to them. They are vexed with us. And here's the beautiful part. When they step it up to us, thank the Lord that they stepping it up to us. Because as they step it up to us, that means the Lord is bringing this thing to a conclusion. That's what it means. It means the Lord is bringing this thing to a conclusion. That's why he's stepping it up to us, just like it was in the scriptures. They were so vexed with us that they wanted to come after us. But when they came after us, that's when the Lord stepped in as well. You understand? Remember, Moses was delivered from a genocide of us. They was killing the babies that was 2 years old and younger in Egypt. You understand? And Yoshabel put Moses in a basket and sent him down river to Pharaoh's daughter, who couldn't get pregnant like a lot of these white women couldn't get pregnant, and saved that boy's life. Moses was brought forth while genocide was being committed to us. And that's how we coming out of here, man. We coming out of here as they trying to wipe us off the face of the earth. We going to be serving the Lord in righteousness and slaying all the demons and winning for Christ in every avenue, man. I can squeeze one more in if y'all want to run.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You got the video of it? It's pretty bad, Mara. You want to show it or pass? Yeah. Will it get us knocked off? Give me the next story. Give me the next story. Y'all got to look it up for yourselves, all right? Because Mariah is saying it's too rough to be putting out there. Might get the channel attacked. Go ahead.
Khan. Needs to be further investigated. Family attorney says relative of white 11-year-old who allegedly drowned Mississippi needs to be further investigated. Family of attorney says relative of 11-year-old who allegedly drowned missing Georgia black boy helped with search while knowing he was already dead.
Damn. This was an Edomite.
Come.
We show you nothing has changed. We still being secretly lynched. We still being secretly killed. And just because we black. Like this ain't happening because of some crime or political stature or anything. This is just because you're black. That's the reason that's happening. And that's got to stop. And that stops because we build the brotherhood. We build the righteousness. And let me tell you something else, too. We got to put value on blacks and Latinos. Like, we put value on blacks and Latinos, then guess what? It's a lot more difficult for you to do something to a people who have a value because everybody gets mad with you. That's why the Palestinians is war to get them Israelis to stop them Palestinians because they got value as a people. But you as a people, you've been devalued. You've been devalued as a people, so you get treated a certain way. And then because black people can't figure out why this is happening to them, they just default to blaming you. Since they can't figure out why is this happening to us, because in their stupid mind, America is fair and equal for everybody. So in their brainwashed mind, they can't understand, well, why then are blacks suffering so much and on the bottom? It must be their fault. It must be what they want. It must be the reason this is happening. And then you default to blaming the victim. You default to blaming the victim. That's like telling women, this rape keeps on happening. It must be that y'all got to do something better to protect your vaginas, because your vaginas must be doing something that's causing these rapes to take place. You need to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. That's ridiculous. They're the victims. Why is the victims being blamed?
Right.
That's what's happening to us here, blacks and Latino. It's so sad what they've done to us with this situation with illegal immigrants. It's so sad. They brought our Latino brothers into the cities and threw them basically into the street. Threw them basically into the street to fend for themselves. And now they got to scramble and fight against black people to try to get a crumb out of the kingdom and get some stability. And it's a damn shame, man, because the Ukrainians came in here, brother, floating on a goddamn cloud, having every service that they needed and wanted and more. And then our Latino brothers get demonized. And then you and your ignorant, brainwashed self, you blame them. Oh, them damn Mexicans. When they got thrown in here while others got carted in on a cloud. They was thrown out of shelters while others was receiving all kinds of social services, housing, money, clothing, shopping sprees, while they was kicked out into the street.
Right.
How in the hell can't see it? You got to see beyond that. That's why everybody should come to my lecture. You should come to Detroit, man. Get you a cheap flight. Sprint be having them cheap ass flights. Get you a cheap flight, man, and get out there to Sprint. Just show up. If you in UPK, just get off the plane. You know how we do. Somebody gonna tell you, man, sleep in that corner of the room over there. You all right? What you need, a pillow? Take that, nigga. You gonna get a drink and a meal and some brotherhood, and they gonna get you back home. Ain't nobody gonna leave you out there. You ain't got nothing to worry about. But everybody should come on out, man. Come hang with your boy. I only do this once a year. Once a year, I do one of these. You know what I'm saying? Once a year, I do one of these, and I'm doing this time in Detroit, Michigan. Big shout out to Midwest Monster Mayhem, Captain Mao Quad. Y'all know how he get down. Big shout out also to the captain out in Detroit. Captain Hadariala recently raised up. Captain Hadariala and his brothers. So we're going to go out there, man. We're going to break bread. We're going to come together. We're going to talk about what we need to tool us up as we go into this 2025, because it don't matter who become president. They're going to damage the structure of things in terms of the economy, in terms of laws, in terms of the hatred of us. The hatred of us going to rise anyway. If Donald Trump gets in, the white supremacist is going to hate you. If Kamala Harris gets in the presidency, brother, invest in a good steel lock on your goddamn door. Okay? Because these animals will be looking at who they can prey on. That's just the truth of what we dealing with. And we should get beyond it, man, and do great for the Most High in Christ, man. Hey, I'm going to be praying for you. You be praying for all of us, man. Pray for this nation. Go to our website, ISUPK.com. Pay your tithes, man. 10% of your earnings don't belong to you. It belongs to the Lord. Once you cash your check, that cash in your hand, 10% of that, send that into the school, man, to support this work, to keep this thing going forward, man. We paying tons and tons of bills, bailing brothers out of situations, fixing stuff, feeding people, clothing people, building this, building that, traveling here and there. I mean, we doing masterfully with the funds that y'all support us with. So support the truth. Make sure you give up that 10% and keep us rocking and rolling. And don't give it to nowhere but ISUPK.com or to the Zelle that we list as the legitimate Zelle. Do not give no money nowhere else. If you're giving money somewhere else, somebody's trying to skim the truth. And so far, we've been real good at keeping these schemers and skimmers the hell up out of here. I got a call from a cat today that told me, excuse me, sir, your Pico bill, your Pico is about to be cut off. We're going to cut your lights off. We're sending a technician out now. We need you to pay pay like $300 and something. I said, what? I thought I was on automatic payment. Well, that was canceled. It needed to be renewed. So we need you to jump up in there and get it done. I said, all right, man, let me get it done. They said, well, you got to go down to CVS and take this barcode and you can pay this. And then I got halfway in it and I said, what the hell is this? Come to find out, this is a damn scammer trying to scam me for $3 and almost got me because I got up out the bed thinking, damn, man, we ain't paid the bill. I thought we had this covered. And thinking, you know, I don't want to let things fall. I racks my brain up in here. Me and the rest of the finance crew, Ahmad, Yashar, and all them brothers, they be in there fighting over these finances, keeping lights on and bills paid and people fed and clothes on people's back. So support the truth. I.S.U.P.K.com. Don't send no ties nowhere else. And the Zelle that the brothers have, that all the brothers can tell you about the Zelle. Anything else, anything, I don't care who it come from, it's fake. And somebody is trying to rob the school. Don't believe them. I only authorize 2 electronic places for those ties to come through. ISUPK.com or through the Zelle. Outside of that, it's not coming from us unless you mailing it into our P.O. box. So support the truth. Make sure nobody's ripping off the school. Send that money in. Support us in that truth. Join us out there the Midwest weekend. General Muhammad will be out there kicking ass as he always does. He's going to be out there Thursday night rocking out the scripture breakdown class. You know he coming in rare form when he rolls up in there. They're going to have the cookout out there. As usual, it's the bomb. Captain Makad Abarayam, he's doing the album release party. I'm coming to hang with you young boys. I'm coming to sit up in there with you. Y'all got to deal with me. I know y'all don't be wanting me to see all that nasty shit y'all be doing. I might come in disguise so y'all don't know what the hell. I might put on a wig or something. I don't know how it's a mask. So y'all don't see me, so I catch all that shit y'all be doing. Chasing out. I see you chasing them young girls, cornering them up. Y'all dropping that down. You know you're a Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? You know the chosen. You know what I'm saying? Let me bring you on and show you how this is done. I see y'all getting your game on. Let's build some families. Let's build some relationships. Let's do what we do. We do it in righteousness. We love righteousness. We love brotherhood and sisterhood. We love to do it right. Come on out. Spend the weekend out there. And we got more going because we got New York right after that. We going up to New York. We're going to bang New York out. Texas is, of course, bananas. Every year in Texas, I think we got Florida coming up? Well, no, Florida was part of Atlanta. California, big shout out to Gaddaha, Captain Gaddaha, that's coming up as well. We over the time. I'm going to get up out of here. Heavy hitter in the building. General Hazayan holding it down with me. General Muhammad, General Mayak will be back shortly. I got Officer Murad, my main man, Officer Murad, give him hell every week. So he get up in here and do what he got to do with his crew. Your Officer Yadai, Officer Mathumya, Officer Ibadya, and all the brothers that come down and help him out, man. I'll see you next time. Oh, one last thing. Week after that, on Monday, we're going to do Black Watch in Chicago. We're going to bust Chicago ass, all right? We're doing the Black Watch in Chicago, man. I'll see y'all then, man, live in the UPK. Oh, wait a minute. One more, y'all. One more, Salakia. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m., come back and join me tomorrow night, 7 p.m. tomorrow night. I will be doing a live session with Sarnetta in New York. It'll be broadcast on this channel. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m., live with Sarnetta, holding it down. We'll be on this channel. So y'all come on back tomorrow night. Join us, man. It'll be 7 o'clock. Be short, 1 hour, 7 to 8, 7 to 8:30, something like that. We'll run and answer some questions, talk a little bit about the lecture and everything coming up. And then we're going to go on out there, man, and do it for hours. Listen, man, it's great blessings and it's great strength in the spirit to stand up, man, to help the Lord's chosen people. It makes so much of a man out of you, man. I can't stop being motivated. They be like, you know, how you can be doing this so long? I don't know how to stop. I love it too damn much. I told you it's better than smoking crack. You're going to actually get higher than you would if you smoking crack, if you get up in this truth and push this truth. The scriptures say that the disciples laughed when they got beat. When the disciples got beat and attacked, it said they rejoiced and laughed when they got attacked. That's how much they loved it. It was like they was high or something. You know what I mean? They thought Peter and them was drunk. They was like Peter and them got new wine in them because that's how much they love this truth. That's how much they saw they had an opportunity to wake up their brothers and sisters when we were all damn dead. We was all dead in the spirit and had no way out. They saw a way out. I love it. Let's keep doing it till Christ's return. It's shortly coming. You see the world. See y'all next time live on the U.P.K. Shalom, fam.
Prepare yourself for an event unlike any other. Join us for a powerful discussion by 13 SHIELD Commanding General YAHANNA.
I hope y'all come out and join me, man, in Detroit. I'm doing a lecture on demons, on us having a demon, on us identifying demons, and us fighting demons.
On August the 2nd, from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., experience a real conversation on demons. Are demons real, and are they among us? Enjoy free food and a safe environment as we dwell into a deep, thought-provoking discussion. Need accommodation? We partner with local hotels to provide special rates for attendees. Book now and stay close to all the action. Support our cause and help make this event a success. Visit our GoFundMe page to donate. Don't miss this opportunity to be a part of something major. Join us in this real conversation. Your presence is necessary. Register now at www.I.S.U.P.K.com or check the link in the description and be a part of the Midwest Fire Weekend.